In its 10th anniversary, Fort Columbia is holding its annual Day of Serving at the end of the month. Now, groups of volunteers will be servicing and cleaning up around 90 different locations throughout Columbia. One of the areas chosen this year is a historic site that continues a longtime legacy for many African American families.
This step goes up, this now becomes...
It may look like just debris and rubble, but what once stood here was a pillar of faith, hope, and love for many African American families.
In the one-room church, you know, the choir log, the pulpit, the pews.
On this 3-acre historical landmark in McBain was a second home for Renita Warren Norwood.
I've never been one of those that have run to the top of the hill of the cemetery. I was always too scared.
Mount Celestial Baptist Church No. 1 was built in the 1800s, and Norwood's father, Ray Warren, pastored here for 42 years. Following in his footsteps, Norwood has been the pastor at Mount Celestial Baptist Church No. 2 for the past 10, and other longtime families still attend.
There is some legacy still within Mount Celestial Baptist Church.
But the grounds still hold a special place for many. At the top of the hill, a final resting place.
There was actually graves found from the 15 and 1600.
So creating new memories was a must for Norwood and the congregation.
So that we can gather again, have some kind of outdoor service, go back and have our old-fashioned history of a basket dinner.
When the church began to show signs of aging, Norwood said there wasn't enough funding for renovations, but there was still hope to do something more with the land.
Then we were approached this year by the pastors at that time of First Baptist Columbia on East Broadway that said they wanted to do a kind of re-bridging, if you will, of faith communities. And how could they help? How could they assist?
First Baptist leaders spoke to them about being considered as a site for Fort Columbia.
Yeah, we're very familiar with Fort Columbia. We've actually been a part for the last 3 years.
Fort Columbia is an annual serving event for one day each year, bringing Christian churches and the local community together to share God's love by serving the city side by side.
It's kind of fun, I think, as a volunteer to just get assigned where your skills are needed.
Director of Fort Columbia, Shelley Mayer, says dozens of sites are chosen and around 2,000 volunteers help out every year.
And this is an opportunity to get out and be a living, breathing, moving expression of God's love in our city.
And it's an answer to prayers.
To actually be chosen, if you will, as a site, our historic site as a Fort Columbia site. We are, as young people say, over the moon. We are overjoyed.
Fort Columbia crews have already been out prepping the grounds.
And we just love the idea of getting out there with them and building something on that original church foundation.
On April 27th, all the volunteers will be there, and a roof will be placed on a brand new pavilion where the church once stood.
Let's truly make it a site for remembering and reflecting and rejoicing.
Now, this year, about 2,200 volunteers are needed to help serve on Saturday, April 27th. If you'd like to volunteer with Fort Columbia or would like to help at Mount Celestial, we have a link on our website at komu.com. The deadline to sign up is next Monday, April 15th.